Okay, so that's all we have for today. I do want to show you one quick example. I'm not going to do all of them. I think that was the trouble I had last time. Let's focus on these two here. Okay, if we look at number 6, there are a lot of pictures, a lot of angles in this picture. It's a diagram with lots of variables, lots of letters, some measurements given in there. The thing I want you to remember when it comes to these types of problems, there's never just one way to solve it. They can all be solved with several different approaches. So I may solve this in one way and you think, I would have done it differently. You very well could have. Vertical angles, when we have a picture here with multiple angles, there's going to be multiple vertical, multiple supplementary. Sometimes we have 3 angles that make a straight line. Well, just because it's not a supplementary pair, like we had in the last example where it was 2 exact angles that equal 180, if we have 3 angles that make a straight line, guess what? You would add all 3 of them and they too would have a sum of 180. So it's all these skills we kind of have to put together and use our problem solving and do the best that we can. So if we look here at this number 6, they want us to try to find the measure of each one of those angles. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, I first notice that there's a right angle right there. Okay, so that means that 51 plus V, whatever angle that is, those make up a right angle. So V and 51 are complementary. So I would write a little equation, and I'm going to go back to red here. I'm going to say V plus 51 equals 90. Okay, and I know that because there's that little square. So I can subtract 51 from both sides, and I get 39. So V equals 39. So I'm going to write that in. Okay, and I'm probably going to run out of room on all this, so I'll try to use some different colors and help us out. So the next thing I want you to look at is the top half of this diagram is made up of 1, 2, I'm counting with V, 1, 2, 3, 4 different angles. We have 3 of those given to us. So I can very easily take these 3 angles here that I'm talking about, and I know that the measures of those angles, I'm just adding them up, 39 plus 51 plus 43 equals 133. Okay, so I can write another equation, just like I did for this to find the measure of the angle measure V. I can look at this and say, well, Z plus 133, because that includes all 3 of those angles, equals 180. Okay, and I'm going to save myself a little bit of work, a little bit of room on the screen, and I'm going to subtract 133 from both sides, and I get Z equals 47. So that's going to be here. Okay, so the bottom angles, most of them I can do because there are some vertical pairs. So now we're going to go back to those vertical angles. Notice angle V and angle Y. Angle V and Y are vertical. How can you verify that? Well, if I go to my highlighter here and I highlight this line, the 2 lines that basically make V, right? And this one, I can see very clearly that V and Y are vertical. And what do we know about vertical angles? Vertical angles have the same measure. So if V is 39, Y is also 39. And then we look for another vertical pair. Well, this is going to get pretty colorful in a minute. Let's look at W. Let's try to find what is the measure of W. So if I draw some other lines here, look at that. Now I can see very clearly that W is vertical to Z. And since Z was 47, W is also 47, getting a little crowded. And then the very last value, x, the last angle measure, I can do because x, y, and w make a straight line. So if I go to a different color, and again, there's other ways you can do this, right? It doesn't have to be the way I'm doing it. Maybe you found more vertical pairs, maybe you found more right angles, whatever it may be, that's fine. I'm going to go with w, x, and y being on a straight line. So w plus x plus y equals 180. Well, I know that w is 47 plus 39 plus x all will equal 180. So 47 plus 39 is 86 plus x equals 180. 180 minus 86 is 94. So that one is 94. So look at that. What looked like a really complicated problem, when we solved it piece by piece, we were able to find the measure of each angle. And the very last one, I'm not going to go all the way through, but I will set it up for you. So let me pick another color because I'm running out of room. We did not use green. Let's go with green. Okay. So sometimes you're not given a measurement, you're given an expression. So this is kind of integrating algebra and geometry. Now let's focus on the relationship of those two angles. We see here AOB has an angle measure of 2x minus 15, and angle BOC has an angle measure of 11x. But we also see that they make a straight line. So we can simply say that these two angles here are equal the sum to 180. They're supplementary, right? So AOB plus BOC will equal 180. So we don't know what those angles are. So I would write an equation 2x minus 15 plus 11x equals 180. Okay, add like terms, I get 13x. Here I am, I said I wasn't going to solve it, but I just can't help myself. Okay, and then I add 15 to both sides, 13x equals 195. And give myself a smidge more room. Divide both sides by 13, and I believe we get x is equal to 15. So then to find those angle measures, we would substitute in 15 for each one of these x's in the expressions and get the angle measures. So in a nutshell, that is what we're going to learn this week on line and angle relationships. Again, everything we did here, it's just notes, it's just practice, it's nothing you need to turn into us teachers, but hopefully what I went over with you today will help you with the tasks that we have assigned for you this week. Most importantly, Hickory Creek 7th graders, we miss you. We appreciate all your hard work. Keep working hard, and please know that your teachers are just an email, a phone call, or a little chat on Microsoft Teams away from any questions you might have. Stay well, stay healthy. Hope to see you soon. Bye. Whoop. And here, I don't know how to turn it off. Stop share. That's what I got to do. All right. Bye, Tigers.